I'm famous and talk like I'm cool. I'm not sure if it's more for me or for you.
All right, welcome to Team Previews. We're going to preview all the major top Cup Series teams in 2021. First episode, we're going to start off with Stewart-Haas Racing. They had a pretty dominant year with Kevin Harvick last year. Ended up getting 10 wins, 9 of those coming from Harvick, and that one with the crazy finish at Kentucky by Cole Custer. 30 top fives, again, 20 of those from Kevin Harvick, and then 64 top tens among the 4 drivers, 27 of those from Harvick. What can the other 3 drivers do to compete with Kevin Harvick?
Finish. I mean, you talk about dominance for the year, and you have Harvick won X amount of number of races. You get Cole Custer with 1, Eric Almirola with 0, Clint Boyer 0. So for it to be an overall dominant team, I mean, it's going to take a true team effort here, because you can't call yourself a top class team if only one driver's winning a race. And I mean, I guarantee they're putting the best equipment out on the track, but at the end of the day, all 4 cars have got to finish and they've got to win races. And it makes sense if Kevin Harvick was winning them all, but he's not. So there's so many other races they could have won, but they didn't win.
Yeah, I think with 9 wins last season, Harvick's definitely going to get more than 3 or 4 wins this year. I think some of those would get taken away with the addition of all the road courses, the dirt track at Bristol. He obviously won at Bristol in the fall. But what the other 3 drivers, you got Chase Briscoe coming in there, rookie, Eric Almirola, who really hasn't done anything in that car other than Talladega, and Cole Custer, who I think is going to have a pretty solid season, got his win. That he really earned the win, but nonetheless, he got the win at Kansas. Which one of those 3 drivers do you think can go up there and give Harvick a run for his money this season?
A lot of people are going to say Chase Briscoe, and that makes sense. I mean, he's been destroying, or he's been killing it in Xfinity, but that's Xfinity. We're in Cup now. Out of the 4 drivers, I think motivation-wise, Eric Almirola, because I think this is his make or break year. He hadn't really done much in the car. Do I think he's going to run the table and win races? No, I don't. Cole Custer, I think, besides Harvick, Cole Custer's got the best shot at winning multiple races just because he has the seat time in Cup. He's familiar with the team. He's got the skill. So at the end of the day, it's going to come down to whether they actually are able to finish or not. But Cole Custer's going to be in the ride for a couple of years, assuming that he continues to perform. Chase Briscoe's definitely going to be in the ride for years to come. So I think Eric Almirola, if he doesn't perform this year, he might not have a spot with him next year. So that brings into question, DiBenedetto. We might see him in the ride. He's been with Ford for a while, so this is DiBenedetto's big year to kind of to show that he deserves to be in a better ride than that 21. But Cole Custer definitely is gonna. I think he's gonna be the cream of the crop besides Harvick this year.
Yeah, I think Custer's going to have a pretty stout year, but I think you take the talent of Chase Briscoe, and I think you throw him in anything, and he's going to be competitive. I think out of those 3 drivers we talked about, Chase Briscoe is going to be one on fire this year. He's, I think, probably the second most dominant guy we've gotten out of the Xfinity Series in the past couple of years behind Tyler Reddick. I think Tyler Reddick has a lot of talent, and then Chase Briscoe went in there, won 9 races. I think he's going to go in there, give Harvick a run for his money. We talked about it on the podcast. I can see him going and getting 1 or 2 wins. And Ford Power at the super speedways, especially Talladega, I think he can go win one of those. Great race car driver. He's, I think, one of the best young prospects we have in the sport right now.
Yeah, I disagree with you on the fact that I don't think Chase Briscoe is going to get a win this year. I hope I'm wrong because I like the kid, or he's older than me, so I like the guy. But he's going to have to surprise people. A lot of crazy good Xfinity drivers come out of the Xfinity Series and see what happens first year in Cup, and they don't surprise a lot of people. They're not winning races. Can't remember the last rookie to do that. So he's going to have to work hard this year. I think he's going to run well. I just don't think he's going to be number 2 on the team. Harvick's going to retain number 1. Cole Custer's got number 2 in my books. I'll go Briscoe number 3, Eric Almirola 4, but only 2 drivers in Stewart-Haas are going to get a win this year.
Yeah, I can agree with you on Harvick number 1, Eric Almirola number 4, because like I mentioned, he really hasn't done anything. But 10 wins last year. It's going to be really hard to go and beat that this year. What's like your prediction? How many wins is Stewart-Haas Racing getting this year?
At the end of the year, I think Harvick's he might take a step back here. I'm gonna go. They had 10 wins last year. I'm gonna go 8 wins.
All right, I think we're gonna get 4 from Harvick, maybe 1 from Custer, and then I think we're gonna get 1 from Briscoe. So what? We got 6 wins right there, 4 off what they had last year. But with all the different tracks on the schedule this year, it's gonna be hard to get up to 10 wins, especially when you don't have a road course runner on that team. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and find out what they do. Daytona 500 coming up next week. Make sure to tune in on Fox 2:30 on February 14th. See y'all.